It's time for our Unified Bank Nailers profile, and tonight we talk with Nailers forward Justin Almeida. And Justin, this has been a really big year for you, especially in the offensive department, putting up lots of goals, lots of points. What's been one of the biggest differences in your game individually from when we saw you here 2 years ago to now?
I think my confidence with the puck. I want the puck a lot more now. I trust myself more. You're getting used to pro from your first year to your third year. It's a big jump. So, I feel more comfortable out there, and, I want to get things done every shift.
When you're coming out of major junior too at age 19, 20, 21, what's one of the most difficult things for a player of that age to learn, making that jump to the pro game after you've been playing against teenagers to now going up against full-grown adults?
I just think the maturity on the ice. Guys are a lot bigger, stronger. The little things and little details really matter on the ice.
Played last year with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins for the whole season, albeit it was a weird one as there was no playoffs to play for. But what was that experience like for you? What did that do to help build your game?
I think it gave me confidence that, I can play at that level. So when I came down here, I wanted to show that, everybody in this league wants to move up and wants to get to the NHL. So, it gave me confidence that, I can do that, and I just wanted to show that every game.
What's it been like going through the path throughout the organization where you were a draft pick, going through the development camps, the training camps, and having that hands-on experience with the big club, going through that, having them work with you through major junior, work with you here at the pro game, and just kind of getting a chance to experience what it's like to have an NHL deal?
It's cool. You go to those camps, you skate with the NHL players in the main camps, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot from the coaches. You learn a lot what it takes to be a pro coming out of junior. And they always tell you, you can always hear it, but when you experience it, it's something different. So, you get more comfortable, you learn the game quicker, and there's a little bit more support when you feel like that.
Do you notice a difference in your experience at practice, whether it's certain guys practicing certain things for a purpose, the communication, the rhythm? What really jumps out to you at an NHL level compared to an A&E?
NHL, yeah, there's definitely just the details on the ice. The passes are always on the tape. Guys are always trying to get that 1% better every second they're on the ice, because that's the difference in the NHL. And the American League and down here, guys are doing the same thing too. It just, I think a level of execution is a lot different up there.
You had one of the most impressive weekends that we've ever seen here in November when you ripped off 4 goals in one game against Iowa, part of a 6-goal week. What was that like for you, where it seemed like everything you were touching was just going in the back of the net?
It was awesome. As a skilled forward, that's what you like to see. And, it was nice. Finally, things were starting to bounce my way that week. And, I want another one of those weeks coming up soon.
Do you feel like that weekend really set the tone for you for what this season has been for you, especially like we talked earlier from that offensive standpoint?
Absolutely. In the pro game, I've struggled a little bit producing, and then that weekend things started to turn around, and I think I've been taking off ever since.
Do you notice that teams approach you differently, where if they see that you're putting up a lot of goals, then all of a sudden, they're obviously going to focus on you as being one of the major offensive targets on the ice? Has that made you have to try and work that much harder to get your goals, maybe start opening up the assists? Because I know that that's been a category that's also started in the last few weeks to really add up for you.
Definitely. There's certain players on power play where I like to shoot the puck. Teams pre-scout that, and they obviously coaches look at the score sheets and stuff like that. So, like you said, I got to work that much harder and open up assists and just keep playing my game and not let them playing hard affect me.
Aside from the numbers, what's something that you've seen personally from yourself, whether it's something that you've done on the ice or something off the ice, that's really grown in yourself in the last 3 years?
I think just my patience with the puck. That comes with the experience of playing 3 years. When I get the puck, it feels like the game's a little bit slower now, and you can kind of see the spots where, when you're in your first year, you're rushing a little bit, and now you can kind of see the little spots you make the plays, because that making those plays is what makes a difference.
First year here, going into the playoffs, it was outside looking in before COVID shut the world down. Last year, you didn't have any playoffs to play for. This year, you're on the inside of the playoff picture. What's that like going into this last month and a half?
It's really fun. Every game is meaningful, and our goal is to make playoffs and go for a run. That's what we want to do. So when you get into the playoffs, games are a lot more fun. I played playoffs in junior, and it's an awesome time. So knowing that we're in there right now, it's nice, but we want to stay in there and move up in the standings.
What have you enjoyed most about this season?
I think the camaraderie of our group and the coaching staff. Every time you come to the rink, everybody loves playing for each other, loves seeing each other. So, it makes the biggest difference.
What's going to be the number one key to pushing you guys into that playoff spot to lock it up and then ultimately allowing you guys to have a good distance in the playoffs?
I think there's little tiny moments in the games that, good teams become great teams. Whereas, down a goal, you're up a goal. There's small things in the D zone where we can do that really separate some teams. So I think if we work on those small details, we can take a big step.
A lot of games and not a lot of time. Is that good if you guys can get on a rhythm, or is it going to be a bit challenging just to keep the wind in the sails?
At the start, it'll be easy. A lot of games is in a short period of time sometimes fun because you can always just onto the next one, and don't have to focus on the past. We have a good coaching staff here, so we'll take care of our bodies and it will be good to go.
Well, Justin, I really appreciate a few minutes of your time today. Congratulations on a fantastic season here in Wheeling, and we can't wait to see what you and the boys have in store for the rest of the way.
Awesome, thank you.
Justin Almeida, our Nailers Profile, brought to you by Unified Bank. More of intermission coverage comes your way next on the Nailers Broadcast Network, presented by Main Street Bank.